Sáng nay, ngày 26 tháng 7 tại trường phổ thông FPT Đà Nẵng, Ban tổ chức Festival Trạng Nguyên tiếng Anh toàn quốc năm 2023 đã thực hiện thủ tục check-in cho tổng số 229 thí sinh tham dự vòng chung kết. Hơn 200 thí sinh sẽ được ban tổ chức chia thành 6 nhà với các tên gọi Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Omega, Delta và Epsilon. Ngay sau thủ tục check-in, các thí sinh đã có màn khởi động giao lưu làm quen giữa các nhà. Trong buổi chiều ngày hôm nay, 229 thí sinh sẽ chính thức bước vào hội thi với 2 phần, thi viết và thi thuyết trình. Các bạn hãy tiếp tục theo dõi và cập nhật thông tin hàng ngày về Festival Trạng Nguyên tiếng Anh toàn quốc trên các kênh mạng xã hội của báo Thiếu niên Tiền phong và Nhi đồng.
everybody, and welcome to this workshop for the National English Festival. And today we are going to focus on enhancing our debating skills. But before I go any further, I'd like you to introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name is Juan.
Hello, my name is Tom. Hello, my name is Ha. Hello, my name is David.
Hi, my name is Ha.
Hello, my name is Kitty.
Wonderful, thank you. And thank you for joining us today. We also have our super assistant here behind us.
Hi, my name is Ming Chao.
And Ming Chao is going to support with doing the activities, helping you putting your ideas together and answering questions if you've got them. Right, before we go any further, I just want to share with you what we're actually going to go through in this workshop. So here we are. We're going to build our debating skills. We're going to look at what is involved in debating and how we structure it. So for example, we have an opening, then we have our points, we have rebuttals, so it'll go back and over to either side, and then we have a closing. Until everybody has shared their point of view on that topic. Okay? You need to be able to create your notes, to put points in there in order to counter-argue or argue the points that are being shared by your opponents. I want you to practice clear speech, raising your voice, projecting it, and presenting clearly. Okay? Then responding skills is very, very important. So you've got to listen carefully to what is being said. And then you've got to reply by saying, I understand what you've said, and you can add on to it, or you can then move on to your new point. But you can't ignore what your opponent has said. You must reply to that. You must respond to that. Okay? And we're going to look at developing teamwork, our critical thinking skills, collaboration, good communication within our teams. Okay, right, let's have a look at our tips. Can I have my first presenter, please?
First of all, you need to understand the topic before debating. Make sure you fully understand the topic you are debating. Take a few minutes to think about what it means and what your position is. For example, if the topic is, should school uniforms be mandatory? Make sure you know what mandatory means and what arguments could support you or oppose it.
Okay. What does mandatory mean? Go ahead, Vic.
Mandatory means necessary.
Yes, we have to do it. Optional means we have a choice. Okay. Second question. Why is it important for us to understand the topic that we're going to debate? Why should we take time and prepare for that topic?
I think that we should take time to understand or to make coherent arguments that so we're able to convince the audience easily.
Sure, absolutely. To be able to share your ideas and to be able to share them in a proper way. If you don't understand a topic, you're not going to give clear information.
Next, you need to plan your main points. Prepare 2 to 3 strong points to support your side of the debate. Each point should be simple and clear. For example, 4 school uniforms should be mandatory. Your points could be, first, they reduce bullying. Second, they save money. And finally, they promote a sense of unity.
Excellent. So here, making sure you've got supporting evidence to your main point. So stating that school uniforms should be mandatory, I need to say why. I can't just give a statement and not explain it. A little bit like when you do your writing in an essay. You have a point. Are you just going to leave that point sitting on the page all by itself, or are you going to give it some supporting detail? You do the same with when you're debating. It's the same idea, only you're speaking instead of writing. Okay? So it's very, very important that we support the point we make. Okay? Thank you. Ready? Present from the screen.
So another tip is to use evidence or examples. Support your points with simple facts, examples, or reasons to make them stronger. For example, if school uniforms save money because families don't have to buy many expensive outfits for school.
Okay, excellent. Very well presented. So right, so we've already said now we must understand the point. Then we must support it with some evidence. And providing solid examples for that will make sure that you're able to put your point across to your opponent team.
The next tip is to listen to the other side. Pay attention to the other side speaks. Listen carefully when will help you find points to challenge or question. For example, if the opposing side says uniforms are uncomfortable, you should respond by suggesting that comfort depends on how school chooses the clothing.
Excellent. Now that's really important. Do you remember I spoke earlier about responding? Okay, don't just listen and come to what your opponent is saying and then come in with your point. You have to respond to the point that they have made. So active listening is critical here. If you don't listen, you're not going to be able to respond appropriately to your opponent. Okay? Okay, thank you.
So for the two last debating skill tips, we have you need to speak clearly and stay calm. Speak slowly and clearly so everyone understands you. Take a breath. If you feel nervous, for example, when making your points, try not to rush. Say one important reason is to give yourself a moment to focus.
Okay. So staying calm, staying focused is very, very important, as is speaking clearly. Now, very often when we have to get up and speak in a debate or in public speaking, we feel a lot of pressure put on us and our ideas can get mixed up in our heads. So taking a deep breath and saying, I understand what you've said, gives you time to think of what you're going to come out with next, but it also shows that you're not ignoring what your opponent has said. Okay? So it's very, very important that we speak clearly, calm our nerves, deep breath. You don't have to do that dramatically. Do it silently. I can do this. I know I can do this, and I'm gonna do this. Okay? And then you can move forward.
So the last tips is be respectful but firm. Disagree politely but stand strong on your parts. Use phrases like I see your parts but to show you respect while presenting your argument. For example, I understand that some people don't like uniforms, but I believe they help reduce social pressure at school.
Okay. So your opponent might have said, some people don't like school uniforms, and you've come back in going, I believe that, however, but it can reduce social pressure. So you're adding on to it and you're taking it forward. Okay? Being respectful is very, very important. And just those little phrases, I understand. Thank you for your point. Or have you thought about? You know, you're acknowledging the speaker on the opponent team, but you're also showing them respect. Respect that you deserve when you're the opponent. Okay? Excellent. Thank you. Any questions on the tips? No? All good. Right, let's move on to our first topic. Okay? So, the topic is it better to have a pet cat or a pet dog? So, this team is going to say, yes, we're going to have a pet cat. They're the best. This team is going to say, we're going to have dogs. They're the best. So, you're agreeing and disagreeing. Okay? So, no to cats, yes to cats. Okay? So, you have to brainstorm your ideas. What do you want to say? Each member has to speak. Okay? So, you've got to think of 3 points to argue your point. Okay? Come up with 3 ideas why cats make the best pets. 3 ideas why cats don't make the best pets, but dogs do. Okay? And then we are going to present it. But remember, you have your point. It has to have supporting examples or explanations. It can't be just, well, cats are really good. They're friendly. Does that prove anything to me? No. So I need to back it up with some evidence. All right? So I'm going to give you 7 minutes to prepare. Remember, each team is coming up with 3 points. And each person will present their point. Okay? Let's collaborate. Let's show this teamwork. Yeah, so back it up. How are cats working with their dogs? So write it down. Right. What word do you think you could do? Yeah, but you're on the wrong team. You have to say the are. Yeah, so it shows that you can take on both sides as well, even if inside your heart you don't agree with it. So, why? Give me a point as to why you don't believe cats make good pets. One reason. Give me one reason. That's it. So it's a pet. So what about companionship, friendship, relaxing you after you have a really stress away, focus. Get all the pests out of your house. That's a great, we don't need to use the word again. Come on, tell me why cats
murder.
No, focus. Can you tell me why? Well, give me a reason to why you don't think cats make better pets. Right, now, turn that on its head. Now you have to tell me that cats are smarter than dogs.
I guess they can act really they need less.
And use similar reasoning as to why you think dogs are smarter than cats. Turn it around. Okay? Right, give me a point. That's not a point. You're telling me how fit they are. No, don't take it out because you could use it. Never get rid of notes. You could use it. I just said not to do that. Down here, give me a reason why. Right, have you wrote down your point and supporting examples ready to go? I think so. Are you going to contradict this statement? Why would?
Dogs make good pets.
That doesn't make sense. They keep pests out of the house, but an intruder is a person. It's going to come in, unless you're talking about animals. Right, so this is your statement. Now tell me why you say that. Give me an example.
This?
Yeah, the first, sorry, this. No, this. Right, I need you to focus a little bit. Right? Explain it to me. Give me an example. Explain it. Right, so you cats are smarter than dogs. In which way? Turn it around. So how are dogs smarter than cats? Cats can protect your house from pests. But then you both have the same point, so you've got to think of something else. What else can dogs do? Cat meows. So what about companionship? What have you put in there? They're clean. So what about companionship? Cats like to be cuddled and sit down and relax, just like you would when you finish a hard day's work at school. Yeah. And how does that help your house? But you have to speak for like nearly 1 minute. You have to say more than that.
What?
Come on. How are we doing here?
Badly.
So you've got 3 points.
Yes.
Okay.
Mediocre.
Bit more positive.
Oh, they're so mediocre.
Come on, share ideas.
Like when dogs have a tight day and speaking came home and then you see the dog and
Cat.
oh,
okay.
and then you just jump on the body and cats and they make you mad. Let me suggest cats can not help you heal your bones because for example cats is the perfect pitch bones. Those they call it
Alright, interesting point. So you can close with that statement. Yes, but at the end, if you want to close it, you can close with that statement. Okay, yeah, because you're talking about care. You can put that one in there. Quickly, give your thumbs up. Breathe, breathe. So who's going to open it? Have you chosen who's going to open? Hang on a second. You're saying they are. No, not you, not you. You. Okay, and open? Because you're saying yes, cats are good. Okay? No, it's okay. Because they're opening. Okay, are we ready? Right, when we're presenting our points, they have to be clear with supporting evidence. Alright? Ready? Would you like to open?
So, our team thinks that cats are better than dogs because cats more clean than dogs. Like some dogs go like toilet in random place, and but cat are not. So, what do you think about our opinion?
How is the fact that dogs excrete in public, in different places, make it like? How is that exclusive to only dogs? And why? And don't cats also do that?
Think.
So I'm not like I don't have a cat, but some of my friends have, and some of my friends have a dogs too. So like, and so some of my friends have the cats, and the cats are very clean, I think, and they go and when they want to go to the bathroom, and they will ask, or they will like go. So they not go go to
The toilet.
yeah in
I feel like cats
in public like some dogs.
I feel like cats are naturally
Right. Who's presenting here?
I see the point, but however, I want to
Louder.
say that dogs, I think they're more protective against some more dangerous stuff. Like there are many cases that since the dogs they protect the owners against like other dangerous animals or maybe even humans intruders. So I just think it's better to have protective pets.
I think cat is better. For example, when some guests come to home, the dog also barking, but the cat, however, the cat did it. When you come home and you feel tired after days, the dog jump on you and you get mad. but the cat is smarter. It didn't.
It's more relaxed. Okay?
Do I rebut his point or do I introduce my point?
Just rebuttal, yes. You always have to acknowledge the other speaker's point.
Well, I see your point in the fact that dogs may be a bit annoying when you bark at your guests, but I think it's a natural instinct that dogs have to protect their owners. And you know, if hypothetically the guest was an intruder, it would be a good thing that the dog was barking. And with your point that the dog will jump on you when you get home from work, and you know you're tired, you want that. Well, I think some people would really enjoy their happy dog wagging their tail, like, oh yay, my owner is home, and they'll be happy too, turn from tiredness to happy. While the cat, you just kind of sit there, acts like your owner. Power dynamic, not good.
Right, I'm going to come in now and support this team.
That's actually
I really appreciate your point and totally agree with some parts of it. However, we need to consider like people that are really tired, and also young children and elderly people when it comes to having a dog or a cat as pets. A cat is the most favourable in the fact that they're less energetic. They can have a very calming influence on a person that is stressed out and help them to calm down. And plus, cats take less energy to take care of.
Her point, right?
Yeah? And I'm going back here.
I feel like I respect your opinion. However, I do think that because a cat is so relaxed, it does require a bit more attention from its owner. The owner has to go all the way to the cat and take care of it when it stays indoor all the time. Well, because the dog is so energetic, right? It may also prefer like both the outdoors and indoors, which means that it can entertain itself and does not require the owner's attention all the time. Which means that this is more convenient, especially for the people you mentioned, like who come home from work and are extremely tired. They don't need to entertain their pets, and the dog can just entertain themselves. I think the first tip is to understand the topic before debating.
Yes. Making sure you've got a good understanding of the topic. Who has pets? You have pets. What have you got?
a dog.
A dog. So all you had to do was turn around what's good about the dog and apply it to a cat in most senses. Okay? So understanding the topic is very, very clear. And listening to what your opponents are saying is also very important. Okay? Shall we try that again? What a different topic, different scenario. Okay, let's go. Right, so this time, is it better to live in the city or in the countryside? So how many of you have family that live in the countryside? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so you all visit the countryside at some point, and you know what lovely things it has to offer, as well as you know what lovely things the city has to offer. Okay? Right, so we have to decide which team is going to agree or disagree. So, city or countryside?
City.
So you guys are going to be the city. It's better to live in the city. And you are, it's better to live in the countryside. Okay? I want you to come up with at least 3 points with supporting evidence as to why it is better to live in that place. Okay? And then we're going to present it. But when we finish presenting in the next, presenting this one, you're going to ask each other questions about why it's better to live in the city or why it's better to live in the countryside. Okay? So, I'm giving you 7 minutes to get together, put your ideas on paper. You need to collaborate, listen to each other, and share your views. But on those points, make sure you've got supporting evidence.
Activities of countryside. Quiet, quiet, peaceful. Musically in the countryside.
Yes.
Air cleaner. No asthma. No.
So what's your statement?
It's a lung disease.
Cities are more advanced and more.
In the countryside.
Okay, so how are they advanced? Give me some reasons of how they're advanced. So advanced here, and they convenient.
So you get a sense of community.
So
This is based the judging of the countryside has transportation.
no, you're living in the city. This is the city.
Judging of the countryside has pretty
We can't say that. You have to be diplomatic. You can't just say. You've got to think about what you're saying. You have to be respectful and not offend anybody. All right, please. So,
they have a lot of mosquitoes and
no, you're not going to talk about the countryside at all. You're going to talk about the city. So you have said the city's more advanced. How is it advanced? So give me evidence.
is the latest.
So you put down here technology.
Can we just stop cutting the lines? It's sucking.
Pardon.
Oh yeah, cheap.
Also, basically, shops that are new, they have almost everything that is
Like that. And then what makes the city convenient? Before you run, please. What makes the city convenient? Sorry? Say that again?
Mind blowing, right? Then you also find the same expression.
How about there are more options to eat out?
There are communities,
More options for shopping?
more options for shopping and
What about education?
and the education schools that are
Right, then both.
have usually they have much better security, much better education.
Okay, so write your ideas down. You've got 3 minutes.
And the economy is a lot of
Brilliant. Don't give too much information because you won't be able to give enough evidence to support it all. So tell me what the advancements are and tell me what the conveniences are.
Sense of community, you're healthier.
What did you put on yours?
Like what is this?
You put
less air and life and
and you have
sound pollution.
you've got the same. This is where you can change. He's got jobs, you've got jobs. This is like number 2. What about education? There's all opportunities for education in the city. So you've got more choices of schools, more choices of universities, it's more convenient. Yeah, it's easier to travel from one school to the next. Write down your ideas quickly, because I don't want you to stand up and I'll hear you. Countryside? Have you finished writing? Have you written down the convenience? You've got 30 seconds.
Oh wow, it's can we focus on your points? Focus too much on that. Gotta explain your points to you.
Right, are we all ready?
Probably.
Yes? We got all our ideas? Okay, so remember, you listen to your opponents and you reply to what they have said. You respond to what they have said. Don't just dismiss it. It's important that you acknowledge that they have spoken. Okay, whether you agree or disagree with their point. All right? Ready to go? Would you like to open, please?
Alright. So our team's first point is that when you live in the countryside, you will form a community. In cities, everyone has their own thing going on. They have jobs to do and they're normally really busy as the lifestyle in the city is very fast. So there's no time to get to know each other and form a community. But in the countryside, the lifestyle is much slower and you have more time to form a healthy community. This will benefit the people who live in the countryside as people like a sense of belonging, improve their mental health drastically.
Rebuttal? Who's coming in next? Okay, either one. Quickly, this is where you collaborate together to work it out, your plan.
There are also many friendly peoples in the cities.
Can I pause you? You need to reply to...
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, I understand your points, but in the city, there are lots of people are also they're like friendly and kind, not just in the countryside. So if you say that many people in the city are just like care for their jobs, I don't think it's the good part.
Project that voice for me, please.
I see your point. However, I think that the cost of living in cities is much more expensive, considering that most of the healthcare and the resources there is, I think, almost double the price. Because in my countryside, there's like a lollipop. It costs only 2,000 dong, and in here I have a lollipop costs like 5K. So I think it's a better choice to live in the countryside.
I see your point. I do think that it is quite valid. However, I'd like to respond to that by saying that even though there are things that are more convenient inside the city, it is overall more artificial and things and the countryside will be able to provide more fresh things for us to be able to consume or enjoy. And also, I believe that the city can be way too overstimulating sometimes, and the countryside makes it more simple to live in. You're not surrounded by bright lights as always, and you're not surrounded by the newest advancements. Things are just simple in the countryside. Also, more trends, more fashion-related things also creates a pressure for people to conform to those advancements. If you don't adapt to the city, then you're not going to be able to survive. Moving on to my point then, I also believe that in the countryside there's less light and air pollution, because in the city, right, there are a lot of buildings and factories which contributes to air and light pollution. While the countryside has none of those things because there's no reliance on those buildings and factories, which means that there's little to no air or light pollution. This will encourage healthier habits and encourage people to go outside and exercise and breathe fresh air, which will result in health in a lot of focus.
Do you agree or disagree with her statement?
I agree.
Stand up. We'll take that breath.
I agree with your point, but
However,
however, when someone have in emergency, the countryside don't have much hospital, but in the city, hospital everywhere and nearly. It can protect more people to save their life. That's all.
Okay. That's how you're going to close it? So give me an example of how you could close it. Yeah, please. How could you close it? Through the points that we have shared here.
So some of the point we have shared here, we think that living in the city are more good than living in the countryside.
Okay, living in the city is better than living in the countryside. Excellent. Okay, well done. Well done. Right, can I have a question from this team to ask this team?
I'd like to ask then, even if there are more things that, how does having more things to access in the city better than the simple life in the countryside?
So why do you think it's better to live in the city than the countryside, considering all the healthy options the countryside has to offer? David, you've got it on your paper. The advancements, the convenience is the answer to that one. In simple basis. Do you have a question for you team?
So, can I ask questions? So, in some emergency, there are not a lot of good hospital in the countryside. So, if there are some emergency, what will you do to get them to the hospital?
Can you give us an example of like an emergency?
Like some of some car accident.
Well, in the countryside, because life is simpler and there are less things that are dangerous, for your example, there would be no car to be having an accident. So
There are some
cars, not many cars. The reason why people go into car accidents is because of traffic and the
Or
roads,
speeding?
But if there's less cars or few cars in the countryside, no accident.
But the accident has happened. So how would we address that
Well,
situation
normally,
in the
right
countryside?
Now, currently, all of the countryside have hospitals that could, in fact, save your life. Even if it's low quality, it still saves your life. So it's still there. It's just really low quality. It still saves your life, but it's cheaper.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for presenting. Thank topic. Give me some things that I need to consider. After what you've just done, what do you need to consider? What do you need to think about when you're debating?
I think we need to understand the topic before we debate and respect the other team's opinion.
Absolutely. Another, fantastic. Another one? Kitty, can you think of something we need to think about when we're debating?
some examples for our evidence.
Yes,
For our evidence.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Let's think about what we've just done. Think about the skills that we've used, how well we use them, and what do we need to work on to improve. Okay? Can I start with you, Kwan, please?
I think how to maybe better teamwork, and I also give some pretty solid points. However, I think that I need to improve on maybe my voice projection and also my accent.
Yeah. Questions, yes, but you've done really well in presenting your points. So that was good. Okay, next.
I think I could have done it better. I think
I could have spoke a little bit louder at some point. Sometimes my voice drops a lot, and I also think I need to do a better job in organizing my ideas. However, I think that I did do well in trying to collaborate with my team.
And you also did well in sharing your points. Okay?
I think I need to put a bit more evidence and examples into my ideas and also stay calm as I stutter a lot. I think I did a lot of good teamwork with my team and
Okay?
I like it because I can have new friends. I can improve my listening, my debating skill, and I can go home.
So I think that I have improved my teamwork skills, how to support others, teammates, and I think I need to practice more in my debate because I don't have many examples from my friends.
So developing your knowledge base is a good one as well. Okay? Okay, well done everybody, and thank you for participating in this workshop, and I hope you've taken something really valuable from it, and you will continue to practice and do well. Thank you.